Good evening, traders. It is Samurai Trader here, giving you an update on the recap on the S&P 144 tick chart, the after hours market. As you hear me talk about every day, what do you trade once the main market's closed down? Particularly as a great after hours market for LA after 4 p.m. we trade the E-minis. Down under during the day in Australia, 9 a.m. onwards, we trade the E-minis up till the European market opens up, where we've got some great volume. And I tend to find that the 144 tick is a very nice chart to trade. You've got plenty of volume during the day and all of our setups work beautifully. So let's have a quick recap of yesterday's action and how we would have gone. So we can see over here, let me just scroll across here. We can see here where the market opened. We went up, we had a nice T1. The 89 MA gives us our trend bias, our trend direction. The market opened on this candle here. We had an entry and we're after 5 ticks, maybe 6, but generally I'm after 5 ticks, which is 62.50 on these. So away we go. Down here we had a T69, we had a reversal. And this is one of the problems when the market first opened. You're not really sure where the market's going to go, so you've got to be very cautious. And here you would have had a failed trade and you would have been actually on this trade down 6 ticks. So you had a winner. Let's be conservative, 5 ticks. We had a loss here of 6. We're in on this trade here and we had another 5 to 6 winner. Thank you very much. Over here we had a T7. A T7 is a double top formation, and we were in on this particular candle here, as well as we had a T69. So you had 2 signals for a short trade on this particular setup. Down here we had another T69 that was also another 5 to 6 tick winner, and we had a repeat of a T11. So what we've got here, a T11, is where we have a lower high and we had a short signal, and we had a T69. Now a T69 is where we have a break of the trend, of the channel. So we can see we've had a break of a channel here, another break of a channel here to the short side. Down here we've got a T19. Now T19 is a divergence trade, and we can see here on our platinum we've got divergence on our platinum, slightly lower low here on our price. Now your entry was not until this candle here, and the reason your entry was here is I highly recommend, until you're highly experienced, you always wait for your zero lag to confirm. So you're actually in on this particular candle at around this price here, and that was good for a 6 ticks plus as well. Now on the case of stops, I recommend, of course, that you have no more than a 6 to 8 tick stop. At times you're not going to take a trade because your stop is going to be too wide. It's just not worth it. You're better off standing aside. But what you'll quite often find on most of these trades, they're very much momentum trades. So even if you'd like to put the stop 1 or 2 below the swing low here, but your stop's still high, I would still take these, because these are a real proven momentum trade. They work very well, and that was another winning trade. So if we move right along here, let's go here. We had a nice double top. We had divergence on the platinum. We would have been in, our zero lag confirmed the trade, and we also here had a T69. Please also note, at this stage you've got to be extra cautious because your 89 EMA is trending sideways. It's a time to be extremely cautious. If you have 2 losing trades when your 89 is trending sideways, sit it out until you have a nice breakout. Another signal that you may be in a sideways market is when you tend to get the zero lag caught in the channel. Now here that did not happen, so we still had some nice volatility, and so we still had some nice trades here, but where you see the Z lag caught in the channel, be very cautious. Here we had another T69, and that would have been a spectacular winner. Let's scroll along. Now by this time it's getting quite late in LA, and it's later in the afternoon in Australia. We're actually heading up for 3 p.m. in Australia, and we've got here our short term has gone down and kicked back up. This is a typical T2 known as a slingshot. We also had a T1. You can see the white paint bar is painted. Your entry though would not have been until this candle here. Why is that? Our Z lag needs to kick up and confirm with the color change this is a trade to take. Here we had another nice 6 tick winner. What have we got here? We've got a T2. See, we've come down and it's a slingshot trade, and away it goes. Now it's the time to start being cautious, and the reason we want to be cautious is we're now getting divergence signals. So in our platinum we can see here we've got a fall away, we've got divergence, and I've got a T1 signal, a counter trend T1, and that is a solid signal there for a short. Away we go. We've still got a very strong trend up. If you were game, you would be taking here a T69, which would have failed. Alright, the breakout of the channel. Now notice here the channel acts as great support, and it's not really until here that the channel breaks away you would have had a nice winning trade. If you're following the strong trend, which is what I recommend when you get these big moves, trend trade only. And we can see here that our entry once again would not have been until this candle. Why is that? Our zero lag needs to kick back up, give us a color change to confirm the new trend, and away we go. We now have a good solid divergence short signal, a T19 A. Now what is a T19A? What's the difference between a T19A and B? A is where you have what I call two humps, and also when you're heading towards a zero line cross as we've got here. A B is where you might have only one, or where you've got, for an example, we've got our platinum will move in one. You won't get this kick up, you won't get this fall like this. It might be one straight fall. So the A is really more of a class A type trade. It's very reliable. You've had your white paint bar, your super scalper was plotted, your entry signal was in on this candle, and away it goes. Now the European market, the pre-market, is just opening up now when this trade was taken, and that was a great trade. What we also have over here is a T11. T11s, as we talk about every single day, are just a rock solid trade. You want to take every one of them, well, providing you don't have a news announcement, of course. What they are is we've got a lower high or a signal to, generally speaking, you're going to have a change in a trend. And what have we got here? You would have been in on this candle, and away it fell beautifully. Now we get down here, we've got now divergence here. We've got, now by the way, why wouldn't have we taken this one? Well, here of course we don't have two humps, so we want to see nice divergence on the platinum as we've got here, and away it goes. Here I haven't marked this up, but you've got a T10 known as a money on the floor or a ka-ching trade. Why is that? Well, here if I mark this up right there, your stop is one tick under your low just here. Well, notice here our long-term stochastic is moving up, our short-term's moved down, kick back up, our zero lag confirms the trade, and away it goes. Now this particular trade, we had another entry. This is a typical slingshot. You would have already probably been in that trade. If not, there was your next entry signal anyway. Now just a couple more trades before we finish off for the day. We come up here, and this is a classic T89. These are the trades I absolutely love. I've got great angulation away from the channel. We can see that angle formation we've got there. Let me just change this for a moment. So we can see we've got great angulation away. We've got that angle, that gap. I've got great divergence on my platinum. They're fantastic trades, and they're the ones that I trade very actively on the NQ during the day. And away we go. Even though we're going sideways here, this is what I call an 89 bounce. We've got a signal here to go long, but now it's time to go short again. What have I got setting up right here. I've got a lower high. You can see the white candle which plots. Now that does not plot until the third candle has ticked down below this candle. So you don't get this white plot here until you've ticked down below. Now also, as an extra confirmation or a safety net, you're going to wait until you get a rollover of your Z lag and a color change. So here, this is a T11 setup, a lower high, and they work spectacularly. Here we've got then another divergence trade. There we go, we've got it signaled there with the T1. We've got another T1 here to go to the short side, and another one here. As you can see, there are trading opportunities during the day or during the evening. So for those traders that perhaps are still working day jobs or just want to trade of an evening when the market slows right down, you've got generally plenty of time to place these trades for great opportunities virtually 24 hours a day. So please subscribe to my channel. Please drop me an email. As you know, we have 12 key setups that we teach and that I coach my clients. I have private traders all around the world that I work with thanks to Skype and GoToMeeting, and the institutions that I work with their day traders on their psychology side. So I'd love to be coaching you. Any questions, please drop me an email. Otherwise, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep updated on the trade setups. Thank you.